Today we are going to tackle the MRETP of Laos. Laos is a culturally diverse and traditionally rich nation in Southeast Asia, where tourism plays a growing role in its economy. Workplace practices in the Lao tourism sector are strongly influenced by Buddhist values, respect for hierarchy, and community-oriented behavior. This presentation explores the cultural characteristics of Laos, the challenges Filipino tourism workers may encounter there, so the support provided by the ASEAN Mutual Recognition Arrangement for Tourism Professionals or MRATP, and strategies to help people workers adapt successfully in a multicultural Lao workplace.
There are a lot of cultural values and workplace practices in Laos. For the cultural values, these include the preserving faith, Buddhism religion, their traditional greeting which are the Nop and Sabaidi, and of course, the Sukwan or Basi. In Lao culture, preserving faith means maintaining one's dignity, self-respect, and good reputation. People avoid public criticisms, arguments, or actions that might embarrass others. Staying calm and polite is highly valued, as losing temper or being confrontational can cause someone to lose face. This shows the belief in harmony and respect for other feelings. Next is Buddhism religion. Buddhism deeply influences Lao values, behavior, and traditions. It teaches patience, respect for elders and monks, humility, and living a peaceful life. Many Lao people practice mindfulness and kindness in daily interactions, following Buddhist principles that emphasizes doing good deeds and maintaining inner calm. Moving on to their traditional greeting, which are the Nop and Sabaidi. The Nop is the traditional Lao greeting where a person presses their palms together and gives a small bow, usually while saying Sabaidi, which means hello. The higher the hands are placed, the more respect is shown. This gesture reflects sincerity, warmth, and humility, values that are central to Lao culture. Using the Nop in introductions show respect and help create positive relationships. And lastly is the popular Sukwan or Basi ceremony. The Sukwan or Basi ceremony is a traditional ritual that celebrates major life events such as births, weddings, or new beginnings. During the ceremony, white strings are tied around the wrist to symbolize good fortune, positive energy, and preserve good luck. The strings should not be cut or taken off for at least 3 days, though many people keep them on much longer or until they naturally wear away. For workplace practices, in Lao workplaces, hierarchy is important and respected. Employees show respect to their seniors and follow directions from higher-ranking individuals. Decisions are often made by those in top positions, and communication is usually polite and indirect to avoid offending anyone. Respecting authority helps maintain harmony in the workplace. Next is to dress formally and modestly. Suits for men and elegant or simple outfits in soft colors for women. Appearance matters in Lao business culture. Men typically wear suits while women dress in elegant, modest clothing with soft colors. Dressing this way shows professionalism and respect for others. It reflects the cultural value of modesty and self-discipline. And lastly, lunch break in Laotians last around 90 minutes. Unlike the short lunch breaks in many Western workplaces, Laotians enjoy a longer lunch break of about 90 minutes. This time is used not only for eating but also for socializing and resting. It highlights the importance of community, relaxation, and balance between work and personal relationships in Lao culture. Next is Lao time. So if we Filipinos have Filipino time, they also have Lao time in Laos. Lao time refers to the relaxed approach to punctuality in Laos. Meetings or events may start later than planned, and things move at a slower pace. Patience and flexibility are essential, as rushing or showing frustration is considered impolite. This reflects the easygoing and non-confrontational nature of Lao society.
the common challenges for Filipino tourism professionals in Laos. Language barrier. Many Filipinos tourism workers in Laos face difficulty communicating with locals and tourists because of limited English or Lao language proficiency. This affects customer service, teamwork, and overall efficiency, especially when dealing with guests from diverse backgrounds. Second is skills gap. There is a shortage of trained hospitality workers in Laos, so Filipino professionals often often have to take on the responsibility of training staff local or adjusting to different service standards. These can be challenging but also shows how Filipinos contribute to improving the quality of tourism services in the country. Next is workload and multitasking. Because of the limited manpower, Filipino workers frequently handle several roles at once, such as receptionists, tour guides, and event coordinator. This heavy workload can lead to fatigue, stress, and even burnout, affecting both work performance and well being. Fourth is the cultural adjustment. Adapting to Lao culture can be challenging and is not easy. The work environment in Laos is generally more relaxed, with different attitudes toward time, hierarchy, and management. Filipinos must adjust their expectations and communication style to fit the local culture and maintain good workplace relationship. Five is tourism infrastructure issues. Some tourism areas in Laos lack modern facilities, um, efficient transportations, and consistent system. These issues can make guest management difficult, especially for Filipino professionals used to more developed tourism environment like in the Philippines. Last, we have job stability. Tourism in Laos is highly seasonal and sensitive to crises such as pandemic and political changes. This uncertainty can threaten employment continuity, making it harder for Filipino workers to secure long-term stability control.
So next is how the ASEAN MRATP or Mutual Recognition Arrangement for Tourism Professionals supports the mobility of workers in Laos. So ASEAN MRATP or the Mutual Recognition Arrangement for Tourism Professionals is an agreement that allows qualified tourism professionals to work across ASEAN countries. It is also based on ASEAN tourism competency standards. So ASEAN MRATP supports the mobility of workers in Laos through the following. So first is recognizing qualifications and certificates. So it helps recognize qualifications and certificates from other ASEAN countries. For example, a Filipino tourism professional with an ASEAN recognized certificate can work in Laos without needing to take new qualifications because their skills are already accepted under the same standards. And then second is allowing cross-border employment. It allows cross-border employment, giving workers from other ASEAN countries the opportunity to work in Laos' growing tourism sector like hotels, travel agencies, or tourist sites without complicated restrictions. And then third is standardizing tourism training and education. So it standardizes tourism training and education across ASEAN countries. This means that Lao tourism students and workers are trained with the same quality standards as others in the region, making it easier for them to work abroad or collaborate with other foreign professionals. And then fourth is improving tourism human resources. It improves quality of tourism human resources in Laos. Through MRATP, Lao workers receive training and certification that make them more competitive and skilled to meet international standards. And then fifth is MRATP promoting fair and easy movement of professionals. It promotes fair and easy movement of professionals by reducing barriers for Lao workers who wish to work in other ASEAN countries and for foreign professionals who wish to work in Laos, encouraging exchange of talent and experience. And then lastly, it enhances tourism service quality in Laos. Since all ASEAN tourism professionals follow the same competency standards, tourists visiting Laos can expect high quality and professional service from both local and foreign workers. So overall, the ASEAN MRATP greatly supports worker mobility in Laos by recognizing tourism qualifications across ASEAN, allowing tourism professionals like tour guide to work freely, and ensuring equal standards of training and service. This not only benefits Lao workers and foreign professionals, but also helps improve the overall quality and competitiveness of the tourism industry in Laos.
Recommendations for Filipino workers to adapt effectively in that multicultural workplace in Laos. Filipino workers can effectively adapt the Laos multicultural workplace by number 1. Work attitude. Change from relaxed Filipino time to Laotian casualness. Focus on punctuality and doing good quality work for better efficiency. Laotians tend to have a relatively casual attitude towards work, not being overly concerned with time and details. Punctuality is a common phenomenon in Laos, and the concept of time may be less rigid. Additionally, Laotians generally have lower expectation regarding work requirements, often focusing on task completion rather than emphasizing work quality and efficiency. Number 2. Social culture. Use shared family values to make strong relationships. Respect local family priorities. Laos is a family centric society where family relationships hold great importance. Building social networks often involves establishing familial connections. Therefore, when recruiting Laotian employees, employers need to understand their family situations and respect their family relationships. Number 3. Language barriers. Learn basic Lao words and use translation tools to help with talking. Lao is the native language of Laotians, and English is not widely spoken. Therefore, language can be a barrier when communicating with Laotian employees. Employers need to consider language barriers during the recruitment of Laotian employees and provide language training and translation services when possible. Lastly is the cross-cultural training. Focus on cultural rules, matching work skills, and language help to fix differences and make sure of long-term success. Due to the significant differences between Laotian employment and culture and that of developed countries, employers need to conduct cross-cultural training to help employees adapt to the new work environment and cultural atmosphere. In conclusion, when recruiting Laotian employees, employers need to understand Laotian employment culture and labor laws and provide cross-cultural training for adaptation. Only through these measures can employers effectively enhance the productivity and efficiency of employees achieving the long-term development goals of the business.
In conclusion, the successful integration of Filipino tourism professionals into the Laos tourism sector is a matter of blending professional competence with deep cultural understanding. The Lao workplace, characterized by the Buddhist values, strict hierarchy, and focus on community harmony. It presents unique challenges related to communication style, work pace, especially in Lao time, and staff shortages. Fortunately, the ASEAN MRATP provides a crucial foundation by recognizing professional qualifications for Filipino workers to thrive. Adaptation must focus on the cultural sensitivity, prioritizing punctuality and work quality, leveraging shared family values to build strong workplace relationships, and actively attempting to bridge the language barrier. By embracing these strategies, Filipino professionals can contribute to a successful and harmonious multicultural environment while advancing their careers in the rapidly growing Lao tourism industry.